Yes, indeed. It's Digital Trends Live. I'm Greg Nibbler. It's time for Who's Got Game, where we partner with Fullscreen to bring you talented creators and entertainers and gamers and stars to talk about their life, how they got to where they are, and all kinds of things. And right now, we are joined by Kevin X. Kevin, thank you so much for being here with us. Really appreciate it.
Thanks for having me. I heard you say talented creators. I was like, oh, is there someone else coming? Because I don't think that's me.
It's you. And that's what I wanted to start off talking about, actually. So, you know, you're in so many different facets of entertainment, but one of the things that I found really interesting is just your unique background, and you've experienced so many different cultures. And I wanted to ask how, you know, if you can give everybody just a little bit of your background and just how that shaped your viewpoint of entertainment.
Wow, that's a good question. No, I was born in Paris. I grew up there for 11 years, and then I moved to Zimbabwe in Africa, and then I moved to West Virginia when I was 16. Then I moved to California. So it's definitely a lot of moving. I'd say the biggest thing I took from all of it was just being open-minded. I think traveling has made me extremely open-minded and kind of self-aware of different cultures and like people around me. Probably the biggest one.
Yeah, I mean, that's a lot of different things to bring into it. Going from there, I guess, just for you, you know, with all this travel and stuff, what drew you to entertainment? Like, what made you want to get into this? What was maybe your first steps into getting into that field?
So I think I've always loved just like making people laugh. When I was a kid, my mom would ask me what I wanted to be when I grew up, and I always said, oh, I just want to be able to put something online and make a stranger in Cambodia smile. I don't know why I picked Cambodia. That was just a country I always decided to. And in high school, I would make videos for extra credit for my classes that I was not doing well in. And they would give me extra credit for making like skits. And so it started from there. And then eventually it just became like, oh, I can turn this into a job, which that is years of realization. But that's how I started, just making extra credit videos in high school.
Well, going from, you know, making extra credit videos in high school to where you're at now with this huge platform that you've created, I mean, let's talk about that. Like, at what point did you sit back and realize, like, oh, okay, this is what I'm doing now? Like, this YouTube channel is huge. This is blown up. Was there, like, one moment, or was it just kind of like a gradual growing of it?
I think it was a mix of both, because I remember, like, December of last year was when I first started making money on social media, and I was like, oh, I can, because I went to my roommates, I'm like, hey, I want to do this like full time and try to make money off videos, but I don't know if I'm able to. And he looked at me like I was like, you can do this, you just have to put in the time. So I spent like from December till January, like just saving money and making as much content as I could. And this week last year was when I quit my job to do YouTube full time. But that summer, I think, was the one time where I realized, like, I think I was getting 25,000 subscribers a month last summer. And that's when it was like oh, this is becoming like a thing, and I can run with this, you know? So it wasn't like overnight, but it was definitely like a long, I started my channel in 2009. So it's been 10 years of making videos. And then that summer was kind of when it just like came together, you know?
I love that. That means that all the hard work and all the time you put into it paid off. And, you know, for a lot of other people who are out there who are creators or who want to, you know, aspire to do something like what you're doing, maybe for some recommendations, like what do you think about? What's your approach when you go to make a new video? Do you plan it out? Is it more just something pops into your head? Like, how do you go about that creativity process?
It's definitely a mix. You know, I feel like I see a lot of things, and like I watch a lot of content every day. I try to stay very like educated on the platform and what's trending, and ideas will come to me, and I kind of just refine them and like turn them into like add a little Kevin to it. Lately with the vlogs, I'm starting this new thing where I make these vlogs, and the ending has a voiceover to kind of like life lesson. So now I start with a lesson or like a surprise or a theme, and then I just build around that. So, you know, the last one was my birthday, so the theme was my birthday, building around that. Or a couple of videos ago, my roommate hit his 1 year sobriety mark. And so I wanted to do a surprise video for him. And so that's the premise. And I just built like a bunch of other skits and fun things around that.
I love that, thinking about a theme. So, and something else, kind of along those lines, I guess, for you, you mentioned that you follow along with what's going on and follow other platforms and try to stay up to date with that. So is there anybody in particular that you're following right now, that you've been following more recently, or that you're enjoying their content?
I watch a lot of people. I definitely have like a wide range. I watch David Dobrik. Obviously, we all do. We've been missing him. Someone that's like, who I do love to watch is, let me go real quick on my YouTube page and see who I'm subscribed to and just give you the list. So I know I have the Nelk Boys on there, Destroying. So like wide range, right? JC Kalen, the Paul brothers, just gotta stay updated. Mr. Beast, all my friends. I watch all my friends. We have watch parties at our house. So like, Sam and Colby, Jake, Corey, all those guys who make videos in our friend group, we have like big watch parties. But that's pretty much it, really. Oh, Kazurguts, what's in a nutshell? This is the channel about like.
In a nutshell?
Yeah, the educational channel. I think they're from Germany. Oh,
yeah.
I watch those guys like religiously. Like I just love. Like I'll hide in my corner and watch a lot of like history videos. I think maybe I'm just getting old, but I love history videos.
Oh, there's nothing wrong with that. I love the history videos too. I'm with you on that one. Looking at your career where you're at now, and you've been a part of these actually a couple of really great series and movies. Where do you want to take that side of things? Do you want to continue acting, or are you enjoying YouTube more? Or do you want to do a mix of both?
I've thought about it recently too. I think because I started, working on set and stuff like that, and it kind of led me to YouTube. My whole brand is called One More, and the idea was kind of like being persistent. It's not the people who have the most talent or work the hardest who make it. It's the ones who just keep giving it that one more day, one more work, one more rep, whatever. And I feel like I'm not done with acting. I feel like there's a lot more for me to do in acting, so I'm sure I will go back, but the reason why I left was because I wanted full control of what I was making. I felt like when you're in the industry, all these other people control what's being put out there, and YouTube was the one place where I could fully control my own TV show. I created all these different mini shows on YouTube. So I'm sure I'd like to do both, to answer the question shortly. I want to do both, eventually go back to acting, but I'll always keep YouTube because that's my baby,
That's awesome. Makes perfect sense too. Well, Kevin, I want to say thank you very much, for joining us here on the show and to talk about what you've got going on. I guess one last question I had. We've been talking a lot about gaming, and I don't know if you are doing much right now in that field, but is there any particular game that you're playing right now?
I am not much of a gamer anymore, so I don't have any game. There's one game that we all play a lot. I forget the name. It's with the one with the cars, and it's like a soccer game, but the cars are controlling the ball.
Not Twisted Metal. I know what you're talking about. Actually, now I'm forgetting the name too. I put you on the spot, and now you threw it back at me, and that was solid work that you just did there. So.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna figure it out, and then the next time I'm on the show, we'll start with that.
Awesome. Perfect. Well, Kevin, thank you so much for being here with us. Appreciate it a lot. Everybody follow Kevin X and everything you're doing. And thanks for being here on Digital Trends Live with us.
Of course. Thank you for having me. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.